in our society. I'm just doing the ironing.
Hey Dad!
Hi, love.
I was just wondering if you could iron my trendy crop jacket for me.
Of course.
Now Dad, I have this burning question.
It's not boys, is it?
Oh, no Dad, it's about metals of course. Are irons really made of iron? Or is it all just a ploy?
Well, so you just gave me a great idea. Why don't we focus this episode of
Hashtag metals in our society
on iron?
I'm ready!
Don't get too rowdy, sir, because I'll be keeping my eye on you.
Oh Dad! So where are we going to go first, Dad?
Well, our first port of call is to Tom, the builder.
Oh!
Hey there, Tom.
Hey there, Doctor.
What you up to?
I'm just having my coffee break.
Do you think you could spend a few moments telling us about iron?
Well, what do you want to know, guys?
Well, we were wondering where we can find iron in New Zealand.
Oh, there's tons of iron in New Zealand and all over the world. They come from these little things in the Earth's crust. They are minerals called ores, but not the ones used to row your boat. Well, in New Zealand, they're normally dug up from the ground. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of iron ores in our rocks, so we find them at the beach. And we all know, as Kiwis, that we have a lot of beaches in New Zealand.
At the beach, we can find iron sands. And from this, a chemical reaction is produced, which turns it into the iron we use to make stainless steel and other alloys.
Wow, that's so interesting.
Okay, so there are a few chemical properties that iron has. One of them is that it is a very active metal. In damp air, it creates a chemical reaction with oxygen, which creates rust. However, if we heat this baby in dry air and form it with other metals to become an alloy, such as stainless steel, then we can avoid that happening. Come on.
Nice.
Now that we've got a chemical property out of the way, let's move on to physical. Now, as you can see, there's lots of stainless steel, which has iron in it, lying around the construction site. Now, if you're too heavy-footed, you might bend it out of the shape. And this is because iron is malleable. This means that it's able to be twisted and turned to make it into the shape we want. In this case, it's a very long rod. So be careful, don't be too heavy-footed, Sue.
Alrighty.
So there we go, a chemical property and a physical property and where it comes from.
Oh, see you next time on Hashtag Metals in Our Society. Let's go to the next person.
Hurry, so we don't want to miss lunchtime with Boris the cook. He will be very enlightening. Great!
Oh, where's Boris?
Right here.
Hey, Boris.
Hey, Boris.
It looks delicious. Don't touch it as well.
Yeah, it is.
Do you mind if Sue helps you out in the kitchen today?
No, I don't mind at all.
She's got some
Cool.
stuff to learn about iron.
Oh, iron. Iron is great in the kitchen due to its heat conductivity.
Cool.
Iron is one of the most conductive metals.
Wow, that's cool. So, is everything in here made of iron?
Actually, no. A lot of these things are stainless steel, which is an alloy made out of iron and a few other compounds.
Wow.
Something smells really good.
Oh, my soup! This reminds me, you want to take this to Diane?
Sure.
Here you go.
Let's
Thanks.
go.
See you, Boris. That was awesome.
I know. And now we're off to see Diane, the office lady.
Cool.
Yeah. Hey, Diane.
Hey there.
Hi, hello there.
Here's your soup.
Thank you.
Well, today on Hashtag Metals in Our Society, we're learning about iron. I was wondering if you, the office lady, could enlighten us on how it helps in your everyday life.
Well, of course. Number one is it's ductile, which is when a metal can be stretched into a long wire, which means my phone cord goes from over there to over here.
Wow.
That's right. Oh, is that a new necklace, Diane? It's beautiful.
Why, thank you. That brings me to my second point. My necklace has luster, which means it's shiny. Number 3, electrical conductivity, which means I can keep tapping away my keyboard all day long.
Is that because the iron helps to make the computer and stuff work?
Exactly.
Ah.
Thank you, Sue.
Thank you, Diane. You've been a great help.
Cheers!
And that concludes today's episode of
Metals in Our Society.
Today we looked at iron.
What did we learn, Sue?
Well, we learned about where it's found and how you can extract it,
We also learned about the physical and chemical properties of iron
and also the properties that link to our society.
and the great advantages of having iron in our alloys.
Wow, iron is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. See you next time on
Metals in Our Society.